How many gigabyte is the human brain? Science explains. Have you ever wondered? If our brain were a computer, how much storage would it have? 100 gigabytes? 1 terabyte? Much more. Most people think our brain's capacity is around 100 gigabytes or 1 terabyte. But the truth is way crazier. According to scientists, the human brain has about 2.5 petabytes of storage capacity. That's 2,500,000 gigabytes. But what does this number really mean? Let's make some comparisons. First, think about a smartphone. An average phone has 128 gigabytes of storage. Do you know what that means? Your brain storage is equal to 20,000 smartphones combined. So, if you could use your brain as a databank, you could store every photo you've ever taken, every video you've ever watched, and every book you've ever read, without deleting anything. What about Netflix? A typical movie on Netflix takes up 3 gigabytes of space. If your brain worked like a movie archive, you could store 800,000 movies. That means you could watch movies for 300 years nonstop. But ironically, we often forget a movie's name right after watching it. Now, think about Wikipedia. The entire Wikipedia database is about 60 terabytes in size. Your brain's capacity is 4,000 times bigger than that. So, in theory, you could memorize all the world's knowledge and still have millions of GB left. But let's talk about everyday life. Why do we sometimes struggle to remember someone's name, but can recall the lyrics of a song we heard years ago? Because our brain doesn't treat all information equally. Meaningful and emotional experiences create stronger neural connections, making them harder to forget. For example, you remember your first love or falling off your bike as a child, but you might forget what you had for dinner last night because your brain doesn't see it as essential information. Why do we forget what we were supposed to buy at the store? Because our brain categorizes similar routines into one group. Shopping is a repetitive task, so the brain switches to autopilot mode, allowing small details to slip away while focusing on what it sees as more important. And here's another thing. Stress weakens memory. Have you ever noticed that when you're under pressure, like dealing with a work deadline or personal problems, you forget things more easily? That's exactly why. But our brain is more than just a storage device. It's a constantly evolving system. When you learn something new, your brain creates new neural connections. And the more you use those connections, the stronger they become. That's why learning a new language or playing a musical instrument keeps your brain sharp and improves memory. In conclusion, our brain isn't just a memory card. It's a supercomputer that even artificial intelligence can't fully replicate. So, what kind of information are you filling your brain with? Drop your answer in the comments.